Hey, it's your girl Chab. Today I'm coming at you with a brow routine. Yes! Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my brows now. I used to do my brows a little bit different. I don't know if you see my video from a couple years ago, but it's very different now. I'll never go back to the way I did my brows back then, but brows are to each their own, okay? Everyone's got different bone structure, different brow hair follicles growing in here and there. Mine don't happen to work anymore, unfortunately, ever since the incident. But anyway, this is how I do my brows now. They're nice and fleeky and long and beautiful, but they weren't always like this. I had to use a lot of products and a lot of time. So you don't have to do my brows quite the same as I do, but hopefully you can learn some tips and tricks on my new brow routine. So if you want to know how I get these nice flaky eyebrows, then let's get started. All right, guys, so first what I like to do when I do my eyebrows, which usually this is kind of out of order, but to save me the trouble, I'm not gonna do my whole face again. So what I do first is I like to take a brow gel. My favorite at the moment is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is the cool pink one right here from the Desi Perkins little collab. I just brush up my brows so that way they're set and up in place and then they don't move after that. Alright, so now that the brow gel is on, I go in with some concealer. And what I do is just, I cut the bottom part out. The reason why I do this is because I want to fill in more on the base of my brows so that way I have fuller looking brows. Right now, I don't have a lot of brow hair. Don't have a whole lot. Like this, where? This, definitely where. I don't know if I told you guys this story. If you watched my old brow routine video, I talk about how I had a little mishap with chair huttery and they took out half my brow. It's grown back, but it hasn't grown back to its full capacity. But anyway, I'm gonna take some concealer. This is just the Jeffree Star one right here. Magic Star Concealer. I already did a review on this, link up above. So there's a couple different brushes I like to use. My favorite, which you can't purchase anymore, is the BH Cosmetics one. This right here, where it's flat, as you can see, but it's shaped like an angled brush, kind of. I really love this type of brush because you can get a really nice, precise little shape going on. Another brush that I like to use is the Morphe M705. Use code YOMAMA to save nothing off because it's not a code. Maybe one day it'll be a code, but not today. This is how it looks like here. It's just a pointed, flat brush. Really good for getting a precise shape. But today I will be using my little handy dandy here. It's one of my favorites. I'm taking a concealer that's not too far off from my skin color because I don't want it to be too bright underneath. I just want enough to where I can shape it and follow a guide. So getting up pretty close, let's look at it here. What I want to do is focus the shape a little more out. So you see how I can fit 3 fingers in between my eyebrows? I took a razor and I just went whop. That's where my eyebrows went. So what I like to do is I like to bring it in the concealer just a little bit more right here, like that. So that way I have a highlight here for where I can fill in the new brow hairs. And then the rest, I'm not going to go all the way up here in the close arch. I'm going to leave a gap space right there and fill it in with some product. So as you can see right here on my brow, I left some space in between the brow and the brow bone right here. That way I could fill this area in with some product. You can see that the concealer is a little bit lighter, which is fine because that's going to give me just a little bit of highlight, but not too much. Also with my brow, I extended it a little bit more because I also want a longer brow. Longer brow equals longer life. Anyway, I'm going to blend this out so that way you don't have this harsh line. I don't cut the top of my brow anymore just because it's just too heavy, it's too angular. I want it to look more natural. So lately I've been using just my handy dandy MAC Shape and Shade brow tint in the color Spike. It's my favorite brow product at the moment. Give it a little shake and then I just start flicking up hairs. I really like this because it's like super precise. I can literally just make beautiful tiny brow hairs. The color is really close to my brow hair color, but it kind of just blends in and just makes it look natural without looking too heavy. Another recommendation for a brow product that is inexpensive is the CoverGirl. This one is just the ultra fine brow pencil. I have the shade in soft brown. It's kind of like the Anastasia brow pencils, but it's super nice, super fine. Another product that I really like is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I really like that one. I'm gonna go in with the brow, step by freaking step, okay? What I do first is I work on the tail and I extend it out, and then I go in with the brow hairs up front. So I'm just gonna take this alone, so that empty space, I'm just gonna flick in some hairs. See, it kind of really looks like I have hair. You could always clean it up here. So if you notice, I made a little splotch right there. Anyway, so I'm missing definition on the very top. I'm gonna do downward strokes so it looks like I have hairs going downward. Doesn't have to look perfect, but it will be. Look at that full brow. So it's okay if it's not too deep yet, because we can just go in with a brow gel later on to thicken up everything. Anyway, so this next part right here, I'm just gonna make sure that it's a little more full, and then I'll show you my little trick right there. It's gonna look good. So I'm just going to fill and kind of shape it a bit more to the shape that I want. Usually I go for not so angled brows, even though I have been wearing angled brows lately, but I like to go for more of a straight brow if I can help it. I'm gonna just shape it around, show you how it looks. So what I like about this brow routine here is that the brow doesn't have to look perfect. If you look up really close, you can see that it's kind of jagged right here because it's just replicating brow hairs growing in. It's not gonna look perfect. So anyway, going on to the front part of the brow, you want to do really light flicks going in. So that's why I have this kind of light line right here. That's where the brow is going to start. And usually what I'll do is I'll just pencil in really lightly a line right there. But for this, I'm just going to use the pen. I'm just going to draw a really thin line. So you see that? That looks a little crazy right now, okay? Go in with your pen, just flick nice thin hair strokes. Don't worry if you mess up because you already got the base brow done. All you gotta do is wipe it off. Sometimes I'll take a sponge, or sometimes you could just take your concealer brush and just swipe it off and redo it. It's fine. What's good about this is that it's not really pigmented and it's not gonna smudge everywhere. I'm going to take my mirror, I'm just gonna flick up some hair. So right now, this part's looking a little bit lighter than the rest of my brow, and that's okay. It's just because it's setting right now, so it goes on a little bit lighter and dries a little bit darker. So don't be afraid. Just get something that's close to your hair color. Well, natural hair color, I should say. So this one right here, spiked. It's good for brunette hair, like myself. Brunette to like black hair. But here is one brow almost done. We just need to set it with some brow gel. I'm gonna take it, my favorite brow gel. This is the Kaja brow gel, and then this is in medium brown. I'm gonna take this and just add more flavor, add more richness to the brow, because that's what I need right now. I just need a little more richness. So I'm gonna comb upward to get the most coverage. I really like that it has little tiny fibers in it, and it's gonna really thicken the brows. And also because of this, it's like hair gel for your eyebrows. It just makes it stay in place. So one brow complete, okay? If you want to do some fine tuning, all you gotta do is take your concealer brush with the residual product that's on there and just bloop bloop, just fix it up and make it look nice. So now I'm gonna just do the other brow, run it down, show you how it's done, okay? This is the naked brow right here. Brow gel is still on it. We're going to get the ball rolling. Looks a little stupid right now. Trust the process. Trust the process. Look at these brows. Let me just tell you, brow hairs, they're sisters, not twins, okay? So they're related in some sort of way, some sort of fashion. However, they're not the same, and they're never gonna be the same. My face is a little wonky. It's not symmetrical like you beautiful people out there, okay? One side sags, the other one's like, God, hello, it's me, Chab. It is what it is, but I got the brows to look like this. Now 3 fingers won't be able to fit in between. Maybe like 2 possibly. That's about it. Check out these brows, super easy peasy. Really, all it's about is trying to fake it till you make it, okay? Fake it till you make it, okay? Step 1, concealer. Shape out the bottom of the brow to give yourself a trace of what you need to do. Step 2, go in with a nice felt tip or brush tip marker or pencil. Anyone will do. You can also use just a regular brow pencil, that's fine. If you want to use an angle brush, that's fine too. This works for any kind of medium you would like to use. Step 3, shape out the desired brow that you want for the face shape that you have. Step 4, pencil in the little hairs so that they look nice and feathery and fleeky. Step 5, go in with some brow gel. I don't even know if I put the steps in right. I don't know how many steps there really are, to be honest. But these are my brows. These are how I do them. Brow routines are always going to be kind of like touch and go. It's gonna be to your specific needs. So hopefully my tips and tricks will help you in your brow endeavors. Don't that sound familiar? My tips and tricks will help you in your brow endeavors. So you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but if you take my tips here and there to make your brows look fleeky, then it's all good in the hood. All right, guys, so leave it in the comments down below. What is your brow routine? This is my current brow routine that y'all been asking about, and here we go. Here it is. Here's how I do it. Let me know. Do you do a bunch of different steps to make your brows look fleeky, or do you have just beautiful, natural, long, fluffy brow hairs that you don't have to do anything but put a little brow gel? And I hate. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below right here. And ding hit the notification bell because y'all girl make new videos every Friday. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. Base of my brows to that so that I'm so annoying. ASMR.